So for a while now, for the past few months, I've talked about it in a few videos that Bleach was in a bidding war with Crunchyroll versus Disney Plus. For instance, who would get the licensing, the streaming rights for the series, the Bleach anime that is set to air in fall of this year. And it's been well known that when you think about just who has more money, like obviously if we look at the grand scheme of things of Crunchyroll and the Disney Plus, Crunchyroll is owned by Sony, so it's pretty much Sony versus, Disney. And Disney, let's just be honest, I would say probably is way bigger in terms of money, etc., and what they can grab than probably Sony. And so if we're talking about just the sheer weight of money that can be thrown around, Disney definitely has the bigger wallet. Now, to be honest here, as you can see on screen, Bleach its rights got bought by Disney. Disney now owns the licensing rights to the Bleach anime. Now, before we go any further with this, I do want to say, and make sure it's clarified, that this is leaks. But it's been well known that there's been a bidding war between the two for a while, but we have basically leaks from multiple leakers, not just this leaker, but multiple leakers like James here. We have leaks from Sugoi. There's been other leakers that have been talking to just today about, Disney getting the Bleach licensing rights. And so it's not officially announced, just to say, but even then, with how many leaks I've seen over months, just the months alone, these past few months from these individual sources, you can pretty much trust them. There's only a very few scarce moments or times to where you see these individual leakers make a mistake. And judging by just how high profile Bleach is, I doubt, these leaks are necessarily fake. But now let's get into the nitty gritty of what this actually means. Is this good? Is this bad? Etc. Well, let's think about this for a second, okay? Bleach is obviously it's a big series. It's very popular. People love Bleach. You can try to meme on it, you can hate it, whatever, but you cannot deny the fact that Bleach is a very popular series. It's factually a part of the big three. Yes, it's not a Japanese thing. It was kind of the West that created the big three, but regardless, it's a part of the big three. One Piece, Naruto, Bleach. It's a big series. Nobody can deny that. You might want to clown on or meme on it, but nobody can deny the truth. And so, seeing Disney, which is a big company grabbing it, at first glance, if you know nothing about Disney's practices and know nothing about, let's say, how anime is normally done, and, in general, when it comes to simulcast or just releasing, you'd think, oh, this is pretty good. Okay, that's not bad. But here's the thing. The problem is if you scroll down, Nama, I think, puts it the best, honestly. And it's kind of what I'm going to even reiterate in this video. Basically, summertime rendering. This series right here, I've made multiple videos on it already for, on the channel for the past few weeks, months, etc. since it's been airing. And it's a series that I think would have done very well if it was, let's say, on Crunchyroll. Not saying I'm, biased to Crunchyroll, I like Crunchyroll more or whatever. It just, the reason why I think it would have done better is because it would have released episode by episode. When the episode comes out in Japan, it would come out in the West. And you could watch it the same day as Japan. And so, basically, everybody was up to date. And this is kind of what I've talked about when it comes to Netflix Gel. With Netflix and how they release, let's say, JoJo or different series, it completely kills discussion, it kills community interaction, and it's not healthy for the series. There's multiple examples of this, and so I'm not going to dive too deep in that. But the point is that Disney, at least what they have shown so far, with the stuff they have picked up, that they do not release their anime simulcasted. They release it in bulk, batches. For instance, like, once again, Summertime Rendering, it's like on episode 16, 17 already, and there's no episode on Disney Plus for anyone to watch besides in Japan, or select countries. And that's just incredibly sad. And as I've already pointed out, if you even want to use a VPN to watch Summertime Rendering in Japan, there's no subtitles, so you can't even have subtitles if you actually legitimately wanted to at least watch it through that means, but you can't. So you can't legally watch this series. And now knowing that Disney got Bleach, that brings up the next question. Bleach being as big as it is, and the fact that fans have been waiting for Bleach to continue as an anime for, like, over a decade. I think the anime, like, ended here. I'll pull it up, the Bleach anime. I believe it ended in 2012, which that's so long ago when you think about it. So, Yeah, 2012 right here. March 27th, 2012. That's so long ago. That is over a decade ago in terms of how long ago that was. And if we put in perspective, if Disney actually does not simulcast this series, and it actually only releases in bulk, maybe it releases 3 episodes, maybe a few weeks down the road after it airs or whatever, etc., whatever weird schedule they may want to apply to it, anime fans are not going to watch it like that. I'm going to be honest. It's not going to happen. It's not. I'm being realistic. I'm not trying to say, don't do that or try to take the moral high ground. It's how it's going to be. People have been waiting for over a decade, and if you don't give them a service that's relatively good that they want to be able to watch, they're going to find other means. It's the truth. That's what it's going to be. And obviously, we don't have confirmation if Disney's going to not be simulcasting it, but if we just go with what they have done already with anime, speaks for itself. So we'll see in the upcoming months and weeks, etc., when more news starts to tickle out, or trickle out, better word, and basically let us know if it's going to be like that or not. Obviously, if Bleach is released in, let's say, bulk batches, etc., it's pretty much going to kill a lot of discussion for the series, because I mean, if you really think about it, there's so much coming out next season, like Chainsaw Man, Mob Psycho, Spy Family, I believe, like the second half of it, to just so many other series that's just not, crossing my mind right now. Like, there's just so much to think about, so much coming out next season, that if Disney does decide to not simulcast Bleach, it's going to not be talked about as much. It's going to be drowned out by so much that's going to be coming out that season, and it's going to be very sad, because talked about in the past, I feel like Tite Kubo, he's always done so dirty. Like, just his series and him in general has always just done so dirty, to the rush nature of the manga and how he was kind of rushed by Shonen Jump, to just how he was treated, to just, like, how the anime was kind of done, especially with how it was ended, like, over a decade ago and never really got a nice follow-up. There's just so many things about that never stuck right with me after years of just pondering and thinking about how he's been done and how the manga's been done, etc. And I hope that maybe the community backlash, like what's been happening today, I mean, obviously you can see people finding out about this, 26k likes, and there's other leakers that have like similar numbers, etc. Just seeing the community outrage and the backlash today, I hope that Disney, or someone a part of Disney, or someone that's making these decisions, see this and be like, you know what, guys, look, let's simulcast this, or let's try to simulcast it, because obviously we're going to lose revenue, and it's the truth. Disney is going to lose money. Bleach is going to lose money if they do not simulcast, and that's the cold, harsh facts. If you don't offer a service in a legal way for people, they're going to go other ways. So let's hope someone in Disney listens and wants to do right by the community, at least the Bleach community, and do that. We'll have to see, though, in the upcoming weeks. I'll keep you guys updated if there's any more information that does indeed come out. But with that, I guess I'm going to leave the video there. If I brought you any form of new information or news or happiness, whatever, do drop me a like. It does help me out a lot, and I would greatly appreciate it. But with that, guys, be safe, stay healthy, Chibi out.